Kanye West and his wife Bianca Censori officially intend on suing dentist Dr. Thomas Connelly after the rapper allegedly developed a chemical dependency on nitrous oxide as a result of the medical professional's alleged misconduct. DailyMail.com obtained the letter of notice informing Connelly of the couple's decision to move forward with the lawsuit, in which they accused the dentist of engaging in inappropriate and dangerous practices that were far outside the bounds of any legitimate medical purpose or standard of care. DailyMail.com contacted Dr. Connelly's office for comment and did not receive a reply. However, last year West's rep Milo Yiannopoulos made essentially the same allegations against Connelly, which he denied. West's treatment with Connelly began in or around 2020 for cosmetic dental care and other dental treatments. The letter states, and consisted of the placement of specialized prosthodontic work, for example, a custom titanium crown, and other cosmetic treatments. The notice claims that Connelly provided improper, excessive administration of nitrous oxide for non-medical purposes that West became chemically dependent on. They allege in the notice that Connelly repeatedly administered or supplied nitrous oxide laughing gas or other sedative substances to Yee in quantities and frequencies that had no legitimate dental or medical justification. They also claim in the notice that nitrous oxide was provided to Kanye for purely recreational use, far beyond what would be used in any standard dental procedure. The letter also alleges that Connelly delivered large surgical-sized nitrous oxide tanks to West's own home, including the residence he shared with Ms. Censori, which they claim effectively enabled and encouraged him to use the chemical outside of a medical setting. Connelly's improper conduct was discovered by May 2024. The letter adds, and he was instructed to cease with the behavior yet allegedly refused to do so. West's legal team also accused Connelly of permitting and encouraging unsupervised self-administration of anesthesia, gas. They allege Connelly instructed the rapper on how to self-administer nitrous oxide and allowed him to do so without any medical supervision or safeguards in place. Instead of administering sedation only under direct medical oversight as required for patient safety, you left Yee to inhale nitrous oxide on his own, providing him the means tanks, masks, etc., and instructions to do so at will. It continues. The letter claims Connelly failed to ensure the use of any regulator or safety measures and also alleges he was often not present while West engaged in inhalation. West's legal team further alleges Connelly continued treating the rapper despite clear adverse neurological and behavior signs. The letter alleges that Connelly continued to provide and authorize nitrous oxide to West even after he began displaying distressing neurological symptoms and erratic behavior consistent with nitrous oxide overuse and toxicity, which the letter says includes confusion, memory lapses, incoherence, unpredictable changes in mood, impaired motor function, and other cognitive and behavioral impairments. They allege that Connelly was made aware that he was showing signs of dependency and neurological harm, including reports that he was frequently wearing an inhaler mask, obsessively discussing nitrous oxide, and displaying other signs of overuse and toxicity. However, he ignored the red flags. They also claim that Connelly has acknowledged in writing that his treatment of the rapper was improper. They allege that Connelly had acknowledged in various written exchanges that include text messages and emails to West and his wife that he had made mistakes in his treatment decisions. These written apologies, in which you conceded that you exercised poor judgment as a medical provider or engaged in wrongful conduct, demonstrate your own recognition of wrongdoing. Despite these admissions, you failed to take timely corrective action, he added. The letter also accuses Connelly of financially exploiting West through fraudulent billing and overcharging. They allege Connelly charged extraordinary sums reportedly on the order of $50,000 per month, and cumulatively reaching into the hundreds of thousands of dollars for the nitrous oxide supply and other related services. You billed these charges as dental treatment or anesthesia, when in reality, you were providing a recreational drug service. It continues. You also used your position to interfere with Yee's business, personal, and artistic endeavors, to include while you was undergoing dental treatment or impaired by nitrous oxide or propofol provided by you. This exploitation was done for your own profit, and potentially in concert with business associates, and constitutes not only professional misconduct, but also fraud and unjust enrichment. They also accused Connelly of improper provision of controlled substances, propofol or similar substances. They claim Connelly improperly administered a controlled substance, propofol, or a similar substance outside of a medical or surgical setting, and or in amounts that were not medically appropriate. They cite on specific instance in which Connelly allegedly administered the drug at a hotel in Las Vegas. On another occasion, you administered the drug and then discharged the patient from your care prior to verifying his medical soundness. As a result, in this instance, Yee suffered extreme mental and physical distress leading to urgent medical care. In another instance, evidence suggests additional improper usage of propofol or similar controlled substances when Yee had diminished capacity and was not aware of or capable of knowingly consent for the usage of this substance due. Connelly is also accused of professional abandonment of West. After subjecting Yee to the aforementioned improper course of treatment and fostering a dependency on nitrous oxide and other substances, you subsequently withdrew from his care abruptly and without proper notice or transition, they note. In or around early 2025, once the harmful consequences of your actions were becoming evident and scrutiny was rising, you ceased providing any treatment or support to Yee. You failed to ensure that Yee received any follow-up medical care, detoxification, or referral to specialists to address the nitrous oxide dependency and neurological damage that you negligently, recklessly, or knowingly caused, it claimed. The letter says the allegations represent a grave dereliction of duty on Connelly's part, and additionally call his actions and omissions negligent, grossly negligent, and reckless, and some may have been intentional and malicious. As for the damages, the letter states Kanye suffered neurological damage and physical harm a result of prolonged nitrous oxide exposure. It adds that the nitrous oxide abuse West allegedly endured under Connelly's care has caused lasting nerve damage, with potential effects on his spinal cord function and peripheral nerves. Additionally, the letter claims West has suffered significant psychological trauma and emotional distress as a result. The experience of being unwittingly led into chemical dependency, coupled with the neurological effects of the nitrous oxide, has exacerbated pre-existing conditions, the letter claims. Adding West suffered a severe worsening of his mental health due to Connelly's alleged actions. He experienced increased confusion, mood instability, anxiety, and depression. The betrayal of trust by a healthcare provider has also caused him anguish. It adds, West's wife Bianca was also not spared, according to the notice, as she also allegedly suffered severe emotional distress witnessing her husband's decline and distress during this period. The notice reads, the notice claims that Bianca also suffered loss of consortium as a result of the alleged actions. They claim she has been deprived of the companionship, support, services, and marital relationship of her husband during the period of his injury and recovery. Instead of enjoying a healthy married life, she was forced to witness Yee's physical and mental distress and deterioration, and to assume the burden of caring for him under extremely distressing circumstances. The loss of consortium and emotional distress inflicted upon Ms. Censori are direct results of your actions toward her husband. As a result of the dependency West allegedly developed on the nitrous oxide, West has had to undergo or plans to undergo medical intervention to detoxify and recover from this dependency. The road to recovery from this induced addiction has caused, and will continue to cause, pain, suffering, and significant disruption to his life. The letter also claims West suffered financial harm and economic loss. It alleges he suffered substantial financial losses as a result of Connelly's alleged exploitation and consequences of his actions. The letter claims West paid enormous sums of money to Connelly that were in excess of several hundred thousands of dollars for what were essentially illicit supplies of nitrous oxide and unnecessary services. These funds could have been used for legitimate purposes or remained in our client's estate. It adds that West was unable to effectively engage in his professional endeavors as his health and capacities allegedly deteriorated under Connelly's watch. They also claim Connell attempted to entice Kanye to hire him or engage in a business partnership to further his own financial interests, while the rapper was in a compromised condition. Due to your treatment, the loss of artistic and professional opportunities translated into a significant loss of income and business profits that he otherwise would have earned, it continues. As a direct result of your egregious behavior, Ye lost a dozen key staff essential to the orderly functioning of his multi-billion-dollar multinational music and fashion brand, including the majority of its management team, and you damaged and in some cases destroyed his relationships with countless other employees, vendors, professional contacts, and others. We will seek recovery for all such economic damages attributable to your misconduct. Last year, West's rep Milo made essentially the same allegations against Connelly in an affidavit. However, a rep for Connelly told TMZ at the time that claims made by Yiannopoulos were not only factually incorrect, but also intentionally misleading. Yiannopoulos was making up these claims for attention, Connelly's rep told the outlet, and was attempting to maliciously damage Connelly while doing so. Connelly's rep told TMZ that the dentist follows legal and ethical standards and will continue doing so.